Have you ever had a TBR pile that's like yay big and it's like all over the place and you don't really know what to do about it? Well, I'm kind of in that situation too. This is my TBR at the moment. Pretty hefty big boy. So we're gonna work on it in this video. I just might not talk a lot. I'm just gonna be a lot of showing because I'm getting over a cold and I sound like a bag of rocks. I don't want to talk all that much. It'll just be a lot of showing you, but I'm gonna play a little bit of Resident Evil and then come back, and then we're reading Flawless by Elsie Silver right now. I'm so happy. I love this book. Page 64 of Flawless by Elsie Silver. Pretty fast-paced, pretty easy to read. Summer Hamilton, Rhett Eaton. Rhett Eaton is an immature 32-year-old man, and he decided to punch an interviewer on live television, and he lost a sponsorship that way. Nobody wants to work with him. But Summer Hamilton, who is the daughter of, I guess, the CEO of this agency company that works with like celebrities and athletes, Summer decides to, her father, Kip Hamilton, who is like the CEO, whatever, assigns Summer, his daughter, to work with Rhett and live with him in their ranch for the next 2 months until all this blows over. And just to, for lack of a better word, like babysit him and just make sure he behaves good. So I'm at the part where they're at this bar called the Rail Spur. This is very much giving Yellowstone too, by the way. They're at a bar. She also has to make sure he doesn't take any girls home and he just behaves himself, so she has to try and facilitate that and not let it turn into something more. So she's basically just watching over him, and her and like his brother and his brother's friend, they're like plotting to like get him out of that, because there's like a bunch of girls like talking to Rhett right now. So they're trying to plot to pull him away from the girls, and that is where I'm at right now. So yeah, basically it's gonna be a lot of reading, less talking, because I don't like the way I sound right now. As I'm reading this, I just remember that Netflix is like making a Netflix series about the Chestnut Springs series. So excited, so I want to get through this series before that comes out. I'm also imagining Ella Langley as Summer. It just fits. And then Rhett Eaton. Is it bad that I'm thinking Riley Green? I don't know. New location alert! I just dropped my brother off at a party. I still don't like the way I sound, so I'm gonna keep it brief until I get a little bit less clogged up. I am a fifth of the way through Flawless by Elsie Silver. Really great so far. She kind of just embarrassed him at the bar by sending him like a really girly drink. What I don't like though, I just wish there was more. I know they're still barely getting to know each other and they're still like very, very early in their relationship. Like they're not even really friends yet. But just like certain observations he's making about her and her about him, it's just like, it's too early for that, guys. Like, what are we doing? Where's the romance? Where's the budding friendship? The circumstances in which they're in don't warrant that right now because they kind of like dislike each other because of the arrangement that they're in. So it's like forced proximity too, and it's also not me switching hands. It's just very, very chill right now. I will update y'all more later. I'm at the store, but I had to update you guys. I'm on page 96 of Flawless. They just had like a gym session together, so they're kind of like crushing on each other at this point. There's my brother. But yeah, I've read this much and just wanted to give you guys a little update, and I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna hopefully like read this much today, but we'll see what happens. You never know. But yeah, I'm enjoying this book so far. I should have known, this being the Chestnut Springs series, that it was going to be a little bit on the racy side, but overall, I just love the country aesthetic, so I really do like it. So I switched from Flawless to Just Friends by Haley Pham, one of my favorite YouTubers, because I just am not in the mood for Flawless right now, and just like, I don't know, something about the inappropriate language I just am not jiving with right now at the moment. So I just don't feel like I can give the book my all. So I've been listening to Just Friends on audiobook while I'm in the Dutch Bros line. So I'm about like 3% in. We just found out her great aunt Lottie, or her aunt Lottie, whatever, has there's two guys walking by, that's why I'm like, that she has cancer. So they're just like going through the process. Hey guys, so like I mentioned in the car earlier, I am switching books for the time being, at least. I don't know if I'm gonna DNF Flawless, but like I said, the language, not vibing with it at the moment. So I picked back up Once Upon a Time, The Captivating Life of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, because after watching Love Story, I'm just hooked on her story. And I'm on chapter 3. You can't see that, I don't know why I did that. It's covering 1977 to 1983 of her life. It's called Greenwich Time, which is when she moved to Greenwich with her now stepfather, something Freeman. But I'm going to stop there. She's growing up. Her mom remarried. Going good so far. It's like her biography written by Elizabeth Beller. I'm going to take a nap now, and I will update you guys later. Just got home from work. I might read a little bit of Once Upon a Time. I've been listening to it on audiobook in the car as well, and just how I've noticed like just how everybody that Carolyn ever knew or ever interacted with is connected to her. Everyone describes her as just very like beautiful, very passionate about her hobbies, and just like overall a very, very nice person. And just reading about that, it just like adds to her character and adds to just who she was overall as a person. And right now it's in her college years, and just describing like the cliques, not that, well, it Elizabeth Beller clearly states that Carolyn did not like to be part of any cliques. She was very much a friendly person, and she didn't want to confine herself to one specific social group. And I thought that was really cool. I feel like I'm that type of person as well. So I was gonna continue reading a little bit and then just play my game for a little bit. Hey guys, so I just got out of the gym. So if I look a little insane, I don't look insane, what am I talking about? Anyways, I just got out of the gym, but today, as of today, like right now, I'm happy to report I'm 19% through Once Upon a Time, the Carolyn Bessette Kennedy book. I'm at the part where it's talking about her tenure and her time at Calvin Klein. She's climbing up the ranks quick. She started there as sales, then eventually she moves into PR and doing shows, and it's really interesting to learn about her because up until I watched Love Story, the Hulu show, like I never really knew about this woman, or JFK Jr. was not really, like, I was just so ignorant, I didn't know. But this book is, I feel like it's a really good depiction of her from what I'm reading, and it's just so interesting reading about New York in the 90s. Like, it makes me wish like I could have been there. So that's where I'm at right now with that. So we're about to leave on a family road trip, and this video is taking however long it takes. I don't care, it's my channel. My channel's still gonna grow. You're gonna go right here for now. So we're on that family road trip. I'm 25% through Once Upon a Time, the Carolyn Bessette story. She is working in PR at Calvin Klein. She is working up the ranks. She has already met John, JFK Jr. at this point, and they're dating, getting to know each other, and he's also like involved in the trouble with Daryl Hannah. Oh, but they're in an on and off relationship, and she is getting up the ranks at Calvin Klein, and I'll put some more clips in as we go.
Loser.
At least I didn't quit my channel. I kept going. So.
That's why you're not going to Coachella.
And pay $5,000? No, thank you.
Bro paid $600 for nosebleed seats.
I'm on page 74 of Once Upon a Time. Hey, so it's sometime later. I know the lighting is bad, bear with me, but I am halfway done. I don't even have it in my hand. I'm halfway done with Once Upon a Time. I'm at the part where Carolyn and John JFK Jr.'s relationship has progressed rapidly to the point where they are getting married. And they are getting married in Cumberland Island, Georgia. This like really secluded, off the grid island, very private island, not a lot of visitors, because they want to keep the wedding as private as possible. Yeah, that's where I am right now. My arm is getting tired. I feel like I'm not reading as much as I should. But as I try to remind myself every day, it's not a race. Making book content is not a race. And that is where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna get some rest, probably watch some YouTube, and I will read some more tomorrow, and I will get y'all some more updates. This video will take as long as it takes, but I'll also try to come up with some more content ideas in the future as well. So yeah. I'm in the Chick-fil-A line right now, but I wanted to give y'all an update. I'm 76% through Once Upon a Time by Elizabeth Beller, biography on Carolyn Bessette and John JFK Jr. They're married, they're still struggling with each other's expectations of the other, particularly Carolyn's just overall struggle with the press and with the media and just like everything going on at that time. It's just too much for her and literally makes me want to never be famous ever, but I'm doing this YouTube channel, so maybe. They're just progressing in their married life, and it's 1998, so the year before their untimely passing. Just like with so much going on, like just reading this book gives me overstimulation, like it's crazy. All right, so we have made it to the end of this video. This has shifted from a reading my TBR to more of a, you know how in Finding Nemo, Dory says, just keep swimming? We are going to just keep reading. I have accepted that I'm not a fast reader and I'm going to work on that this year, but as of right now, I don't feel like that's where I'm at. I'm just being honest. I have just finished Once Upon a Time, The Captivating Life of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. This is where I'm gonna stop this video. Bittersweet, mix of emotions. If you don't know, Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr., they had a romance, they got married. And honestly, if this book taught me anything, it's that once you get yourself into certain situations, it's so hard to get out. This book is teaching me I would never want to be famous, ever, which is ironic because I'm trying to be more consistent with my YouTube channel. Anyways, this poor girl, Carolyn Bessette, her life pretty much went downhill after she married this guy. So yeah, very, very sad story. If you don't know, if you've never heard of these two people, they died tragically in a plane accident. Their plane crashed into the waters near Martha's Vineyard, I think, and they passed away. Them two, along with Carolyn's sister, Lauren. This book has many different layers other than their deaths. You just learn a lot about New York in the 90s. Take me there. If time travel was real, I would go there in a heartbeat. But this book was really good. I'm not going to rate it anything because it is like a biography, so I'm not really going to rate it at this time, but that is the end of this video. This book, really good snapshot of New York 90s life, and I would definitely recommend it if you are into Kennedy lore as well, because this is JFK's son, Jr. So yeah, we reached the end of this video. I have loved, even though Flawless didn't work out, I think I'm gonna DNF it because the spice is just too much for me. Flawless did not work out for me, and that's okay. That's okay. That's why you read, to find out what things to. It's like life. You try out certain activities, and if you don't like them, you don't have to do them ever again. So that's what's great, and that applies to reading as well. So we are going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. If you're staying subscribed, literally hearts, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week wherever you are. A little bit of a life update. I got a new job, so that's something that I'm so excited to start. I work in the school district, so I'm going to be starting it next school year, so here in a few months. And yeah, that is where I'm at, and I'm going to keep reading, and I have some video ideas that hopefully, God willing, I will work on when I can make the time and get some more videos out for you guys. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.